All right, so let's have some fun with AI again. And I did a lot of, like, I made a new channel on my Discord. You should join there. I made a channel for training, for models, for Loras, for embedding, stuff like that. I did a lot of testing in the recent days because I want to go more into that, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff missing from models, from things to play with. And I want to see if I can train some for myself. I'm not sure it's about sharing them. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Legality and stuff like that, you know, as a public figure, so to speak, it's a little bit more complex to upload stuff to the internet. Maybe I should greet some people. I forgot about that. Who is here? By the way, my eyesight is kind of not the greatest today. I don't have my glasses though. Where are my glasses? My phone is here. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's try it without the glasses. Daniel, Arts, Noah, hi, John, Paolo, hi, PP, interesting name, Sita, Tyler's, AI video, 9 Educated, hi. How are you doing? Let me know where you're from. That's always good to know. Paolo says, is there alternatives to Midjourney? There's many alternatives to Midjourney, right? Like there is Playground AI, there's Leonardo AI. There's a lot of pages out there, right, that you can use alternatively. And they all have their upsides, their downsides. You can install locally, invoke, automatic 1111. Now we have Vlad Diffusion, stuff like that. So there's a lot of different kind of choices out there, right? Hi, Armin. Hi, Tillis. Hi, Stormageddon. Fabrizio. Hi. Baria. Hi. Yeah, AI Imagination, I think that says 9 Edu. Oh, I already said that. Okay. All right. Mosey. I'm Binary Mind. Okay. Hi. Murphy. Mauro. All right. There's a lot of people here. That's pretty good. Okay. So, of course, also, I thought I want to make videos like on occasion where I share more of these like deeper findings, which I think is interesting. I feel like a lot of people are into training their own models, and most of the time me and a lot of other YouTubers make these intro videos on, hey, here's how to install that, and then we basically leave you alone with that to figure it out for yourself. But there's so much more to do, right? And I found that some of my most successful videos are actually in-depth videos where I show, for example, prompting for Midjourney or other things that I explain on how to actually get nice, good quality, right? Yeah, so I want to at least try that and see if there is some interest for that, right? Okay, so what are we going to do today? Nice shirt. These are cats, by the way. I'm not sure if you can see that. These are all like Chinese style cat portraits. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. Anyways, all right, there. I think you can see this cat here. There. anyways, okay. Where's the Discord link? That's a good question. When you go to my channel now, I put the Discord link on top right, where you have my banner, and then it says Discord, so you can go right there. Because Discord is a bit of a pain in the butt if you haven't, like, if you don't pay their ridiculous fees for keeping it up. And one of these, like, if you pay, you get the permanent link, and if you don't pay, you don't get the permanent link, and that's kind of like, yeah, a little bit not so easy to use. But anyways, I mean, they need to make some money somehow, right? My Discord. By the way, no adult stuff in my training channel, right? So you can train anything and talk about it, but no adult stuff, no nudie stuff, no stuff like that, because I want to show it in the stream, and YouTube doesn't like it, and Facebook doesn't like it. So the corporate boot is on my head, and that's why I can't have things like that in any of my groups, in any of my channels, right? Of course, in your free time, on your own time, do whatever you want, whatever you enjoy. Yeah. I'm not saying don't do it. It's not a moral thing. It's more like a legal thing, right? Yeah. All right. Maybe I should show you 1 second. let me go into that channel here. There we go. And there's super helpful people in there. Stream PC to PC. There we go. So here we have, okay, I should move that a little bit over. This is the channel. I created it only yesterday. And already I did some training and stuff in here. People are sharing all kinds of information. I'm asking tons of questions. I trained today. Look at that. Do you write in the chat if you know who that is? Because I was asked, who is that? Let me know if you know. I want to see if you know who that is. That would be surprising. I'm a huge fan. So yeah, I would like to know if you know who that is. Okay, and that's, by the way, this is the model that I trained today on the face, on that character here. It was super easy. Like, it was very quick. Of course, like I have a good GPU, so that's probably helping with that. But it used a lot less like steps than I thought it would. We did some testing on that. There's also some stuff to learn here. So yeah, it's still a learning curve. But by the way, I'm not like, this is not my main purpose to train the faces of stars. The only reason why I did that as a test is because the images are easily available. It's easy to train a person's face because that is one of the most photographed things on the world is other people's faces, right? But what I actually want to train is, for example, landscapes, architecture styles, specific light situations would be interesting. Then also average looking people, you know, imperfections in people. That would also be good because let me switch here again to the, wait, where's my other view? Oh, over here. One of the interesting things is like what makes an individual interesting is that everybody has these little kinds of not defects, but imperfections, and individual forms about them. And AI is often very symmetrical and balanced and idealized and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that from any kind of beauty standard thing. This is not my direction where I'm coming from. My direction I'm coming from is how can we make it more natural and more alive in a certain sense? You need authentic, I think is a better word to say that, right? Because these like very stylized, perfect images they can be interesting, but at a certain point you want to have something more and also more character, you know? Like a lot of these imperfections, they are about the character and the person, right? The life that is behind the person, stuff like that. So that's interesting. For example, like these blemishes here, like I have on my skin, right? Stuff like that. Or these, like you see here, these little wrinkles here and stuff like that. To have that, these subtle little things, right? Or you see there's a certain shininess to my skin. These kind of things. It would be interesting to train for that and see how can that be done? Can it be done? And also like landscapes, architecture, things like that are not so often found on what do I want to say? On Civet AI and stuff like that. Where's my? I have to switch here. Okay, cool. Let me look at the chat if someone knows who that is. No idea. Nobody knows, really. Hi, Olivia. How do you fix the resolution difference when you upscale a photo? What? And in-paint a face. You can clearly see the difference when working on photos of people. I'm not quite sure I know what you mean. Nobody knows who that is. I'm very surprised by that. Do you know? You don't know the show? If you have never seen the show Lucifer, you should absolutely. It's like a funny cop show in a certain sense, and you should absolutely watch that. It's really cool. And she's a part of that. Her name is Amy Garcia in real life. I'm not quite sure I remember what the character is called in the series, but it's like she's really cool in that show. All right, anyways. Usual skin imperfection works sometimes. Oh, interesting. I don't know any celebrities. Yeah, Usually I don't know either. I actually had to look up the name myself, but I thought someone would say, hey, she's from that show or something like that. I know the names of the shows, not the name of the people in the shows. Another thing, by the way, I want to show you that I figured out while doing my little research. Now we need a photo of a person first. 1 second. Let's go here to Unsplash. Unsplash, yes, please. Okay, so we need a photo portrait. Because you can do it with a portrait, you can do it with a 3D render. It doesn't really matter what it is. Any kind of photo will do. Let me see. I mean, we could take this photo that is used a lot on the internet. Can we just, let me copy this over so we have a smaller version because I don't need it too big. I just put it in here so I can save it as a JPEG because that online version often is like WebP or some other format that is hard to use. Let's export this, yes. Downloads, yeah, we can do it in here. Test rent. Okay, good. So what we're going to do here, oh, I have to load the prompts too. Let me see, I can do that in a second. Can we, where do we load that from? Oh, there's the test photos from today. So we can probably load this one here. Oh, let me see. Where's the other one? Let's maybe try this one here. Which is a good one? This one here. Oh no, that's the... 1 second, that's the wrong prompt. This one? This one. That's good. Yes, this is a prompt for for realistic vision, sorry. We want to send that here. And then I'm going to copy that. Actually, I could send it over to the other image to image. There we go. I could actually use that photo. Why I'm making it so complicated here, right? So we're keeping it the same size, basically. What we are doing here is, let's send it to 6, for example, for the diffusion 0.6. And then instead of her, let's remove that here. This is image to image, by the way. So I would say here, for example, German woman. And then let's generate this. So you don't have to actually go to a lot of complicated render steps. You can just create variations with image to image. Look at that. Now we have a German woman. Yeah? Is that crazy or what? You don't have to go through like, and prompts and whatever. I think this could even work without the prompt. So what you can also do, let's go here and write, for example, Black African woman. And that should also change. Let's see if that works. Yeah, look at that. Like magic. Boom. Same pose, same background. Other person. Is that crazy or what? That is crazy. Let's go here and have like a, let's say 70-year-old cute granny. Let's also put, well, oh, I have here. Yeah, it should be okay. Casual clothes. Yeah, okay, let's try this. There we go. Oh, now she turned Asian because I didn't put a ethnicity. So it often defaults to that. But there we go. Look at that. Is that crazy or what? No high-tech fiddling around for hours to find out how to do that. I think even the clothing changed in the kind of style. That is mind-blowing. I was sitting there like, what? Why I'm trying so hard for all these kind of things when you just like, boom, you know? That is mind-blowing, right? Low-tech approaches to getting good results. That's just like crazy. No ControlNet, low Kenny or any kind of stuff like that. Just image to image. Image to image is so powerful. Preserve the original image before upscaling. I actually use 0.2 or between 0.2 0.3 if you want to like upscale it in image to image, if that's what you're talking about. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that's Amy Garcia. Someone knows her. There we go. Look at that. Pretty cool. Okay. Under a rock and don't watch shows? Well, if you have Prime, by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch all their shows for free. I'm not sure if you know that. I hope a lot of people know that because they became really good. They have their own shows. I guess most people know it because Lord of the Rings now, but I think before most people paid for Netflix when actually they had really good content for free. Anyways, what else do we want to do? I talked about the model stuff. I wanted to do more experimentation, what we did last time, with using Affinity Photo and enhancing images in the image-to-image render. So that could be fun to do that. Oh, I also wanted to play around maybe with Blender because I saw that. Let me go to the big screen here. I've seen that Adobe has brought out a new addition to their Firefly where you have simple 3D models and then you can just text render over it to get a Christmas scene or something like that with just very simple 3D objects. And that's something you can do with Automatic 1111, no problem. So we could try that. That could be fun, right? To do things like that. Yeah, so how can I fully uninstall Automatic 1111? As far as I know, you just delete the folder. There's no like other install happening, right? As far as I'm aware of that. What is the a lot of messages in the chat? Let me read that a little bit. Real-time image to image on Olivio's face. Really? Real-time image to image? Hey, how is that done? That's interesting. Are you going to do more demo of Vlad? We can also do that. We can look into that. Yes, that would be a good idea. I actually haven't set up the ControlNet in there yet. It is already in there, but I think you need to have the models too, right? So I need to check that out. I haven't checked that out yet. It's very fast though. I really like it. With the torch too. And people say, yeah, you can install with Automatic 1111, but it's going to break some stuff. Although other people have said they run it without problems, but you never know how good their technical background is. So yeah, just because it works for them doesn't mean it works for you, right? Can I ask you how many pictures training steps did you do for training? That was surprisingly few steps. I used 45 pictures. I used VD14 for the naming and changed the text a little bit, like the, like blip, not blip, like, the text generation. And then I used 10 repetitions and 10 epochs for that. And it turned out like about the 9th epoch was the sweet spot, I think. Although I could train it more. To see if it gets better effects, but it was like, let's say 1,500 steps. Not many. Is that math correct? Is it? 45 times 10 times 10. Oh, 4,500, and then divided by 4 because I can render 4 at the same time. Which I don't know why it's 4. It should be more, I think. So 1,125 steps in that regard, like 4,500 in total, if you don't have the like rendering multiple images at the same time. Okay. Yeah, the Vlad Diffusion. Should we look into there? Let me see here. Oh wait, where do I have that actually? There we go. And then we have to start that with the web UI bed. I haven't really done much with it since, to be honest, because I was really sucked up into the... Oh, you can't actually see what I'm doing, which is good because it's just loading right now. I was sucked up into the Loras training and also model training because by accident I trained models instead of Loras and was wondering why is that Loras 2 GB big? But the model also turned out pretty well. And if the model doesn't work too well, this is another trick you can do. Just merge it with one of your favorite models And then you have the best of both worlds. You have a really good trained model, because I trained the models and also the Loras on Stable Diffusion 1.5 and not on a specific model. And then I merged it, for example, with the realistic vision, and suddenly, boom, everything, all of their keywords and everything works, and you can prompt like for realistic vision, although you didn't train on that because you merged it afterwards. And even though your training wouldn't understand these words, right? Oh, there we go. It's doing something. I think it's doing some setup or something. Does it not run today? Mandy's endless uninstalls. You don't know how many hours I spent trying to install and uninstall. Like I have in the last week, at least 10 or 15 times installed and uninstalled Python and Automatic 1111 and Vlad Diffusion and ComfyUI. Hours and hours. That's crazy. Okay, it's running. It did a little update. Let's switch over the screen here. There we go. Right. But I guess that's the service, right? I spent all these hours trying to figure it out, so I can then make a 10-minute video for you to show you how is the best way to get about it, right? Okay. So if you see like a 10-minute video, you can probably think about like every minute was an hour of researching and creating that video. All right, enough of the whining. How about some AI dining? So what can we do here? By the way, for me, it is freezing. Every time I try to load an information here, it's freezing. So I cannot do that right now. Oh yeah, UniPC. I should make a video about that too, because that can give you like an extra tasty level of realism in your photos. I was really blown away by that, but there's a little trick to that. Maybe I shouldn't give that away right away. What do you want to test in here? Why is this missing here? There's something missing. What? Did this reset with the update? Wait. No, my sliders are still blue. User interface, where are we? There we go. It's not in here. That's interesting. Okay, SDVAE. Then we save and then we restart. Come on, do it. Yeah, there we go. Ah, there we are. My good old VAE choice. Okay, cool. The dark theme. Yeah. I got the dark theme for weeks now. You haven't watched my channel recently? How dare you didn't watch my channel? Has anybody had an error runtime layer norm? I don't know. You have to go to their GitHub page, and there they have you can report on issues, and they are rather quick with responding to that. So down here we have ControlNet. It doesn't have any models right now. I guess I have to link the models. Let me go to settings here, and then we have system paths. Hypernetwork, directory, code former. Where is the ControlNet though? Templates, textual inversion, VAE. Where's the ControlNet paths? Does anybody know? There. Ah, no, this is the YAML. Directory for detecting map auto savings, external path for scan for ControlNet models. This is what we need. Now we are talking. Okay, so we have to go here and then into models, into ControlNet, if I can find it. That's empty. That's interesting. Yeah. Why is nothing in here? Oh, there we go. Okay, for some reason I was in the wrong folder. Yeah, this one. Path. Directory containing annotator model. Directories requires restart over blah blah blah. Training of a directory. I think this should be it, right? Apply. Restart. I have not found the ControlNet paths. It's in the ControlNet. So yeah, we already We already discovered something. Learning together, my friends. Learning together. Let's see. What is this? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Hello, my friends. There we go. Okay, so preprocessors. There are so many now. It is mind-blowing and a little bit sickening at the same time. I was thinking about last week to make a video about all of these models, whatever they are called, preprocessors, and now they have like tripled in number. It's insane. Like the video would be like probably an hour long if I want to show all of that stuff here. Let's do here depth, and then we go here to depth, and then we load something here. For example, I don't know. Let's load this for just for a test. Oh, do we have a preview here? Yes, preview. Allow preview. Boom. Magic. Not happening. Why is the magic slow? My magic is flaccid right now. What is this? Oh, it's downloading. Okay. It's always... Yeah. It's Stable Diffusion is like the church or like the IRS. They always need something. Just give me some of your internet. Please, I need to download some more gigabytes because you haven't downloaded enough yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So here we have the preview. It seems to work perfectly. Very nice. Okay. Okay, should we maybe, like, when we are here, by the way, how can I remove this? I don't want to have this. This A here, this is kind of, why do I need that? Is there like a button or something? It's kind of like, I don't know, you know, my OCD is triggered. Of course, like, when I look around me, it looks like not very clean here. But the screen OCD, although my screen is also messy. Anyways. Oh, good. Some good tea. Yeah, Blender. Let's go to Blender. There we go. Recently installed it. I have not used this in ages, so I'm not quite sure if I can do something of use, but we will figure that out in a second. And we also need some only like very, very simple shapes. But if you want to help me, you can do so in the chat. Let me see. So here we have this. We can delete that actually. Hey, oh God, I haven't used this in ages. How do I create something here? Snap? No, I don't want to snap anything. Modeling, sculpting? No. Add. That sounds very good. A mesh, yes. We want to have a cylinder. Yes, that sounds good. Okay. Then we want to change the size. Yes, that sounds good. Woo! There we go. Okay. How do I make it? No, that's not the one. How do I make it the same, smaller on all sides, like thinner? How is that done? Scale. No. How do you do that? Delete. Yeah, step 1, delete the cube. Rotation, location, scale. Let me see. We can do it like this maybe. There's a way, which I don't know right now, but that's okay. Let's just make a shape like this, and then let's add here mesh, and then we go here to a cone. Oh, wait a second. No. How? Oh, is this the... No, that's not it. How do I resize everything at the same time? Hold shift? No, that's not it. Holding shift and clicking on one part is not the... no. That's something else. S, shift. Oh, shift S, then set. Oh, no, this did something different. Shit. Let's just go here. For the moment, let's write 3 and 3 and 3. There we go. Okay, so let's move this up here. All I need is a little tree. Oh God, how do we move the camera down? Man, I should have like, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Stop. My phone is also talking to me. 1 second. Okay, so we have this. And now what we need to do, maybe we can copy all of that. Can I somehow like group them? No. Copy fill. Move over. Ask GB4 object scale S. S. Oh, bam, bam, ba, 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 ba. All right, so we have it. Thank you very much. How is the grouping done? So we have our tree. Let's copy this again. Put this over here. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. And then maybe let's look up from here. Oh, we could also do some mushrooms. Oh, they are not connected. Oh, well, we're just looking from the top. Don't tell anyone that we don't actually manage to connect them. It's our little secret. Okay. 1 second here. There we go. Okay. I think I need to come a little bit closer. There we go. So now, oh, wait a second. For we need to have a half circle. That is not going to work, right? If I have a, how do I split a circle in the middle? UV sphere? No. Like I want to make the top of a mushroom. What is a torus? Oh no, that's not what we need. So we have a UV sphere. There's the sphere over here. And now we need to split it in half. How do we do that? She's on Lucifer and Dexter. Really? She's on Dexter? Didn't know that. The knife? There's a knife? Huh. Damn, I used to know that. It is all a little bit should we maybe do something else? Not let's just leave that for now. So now we could do like, let's try this as a little forest scene maybe. Just this. I think I will do it very low tech and make just a screenshot. What do you think? There's an export thing, but I don't know how that works. Import, export as a JPEG? PDF? No. Let's make a screenshot. Low tech is the bro tech. Here we go. Nope. Okay, so here we have our very professional 3D scene. Marvel, you better, Disney, Pixar, you better pack your packs, pack your bags, 3D 01, because the AI masters come to steal your jobs, and you see how well that works. Okay. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, we have a little bit of grid here in the background. F12. Oh, I see. Looks like her. Yes, absolutely. I think you're a little bit in the past from the, like, you need to reload the stream. We are already like further out. Okay, so what do we write here? First of all, maybe I'm going to copy this. Oh, it says cartoon here. I can't do that. Let me load another image here maybe. That is more of a art style. Not those though. What do we have here? That is something completely different. What do we have here? Yeah, maybe that one. Okay. Where's the negative prompt? Here. Face unsure. No, we don't need that. We could go until here, I guess. Let's copy that over so we have that. 3D Christmas trees. I have no idea what to write here right now, but let's see if that works. Let's change over to Euler A. This also removed my... Did it really reset with the update? That would not be so great if it did that. Because a lot of stuff is missing here, I feel like. The width is 768. The rest looks pretty good. Let's we have to have a different model. Let's go with deliberate version 2 and see what we get from this. Oh, I was about to say holy crap, but that is not. This is not our result because I forgot, as always, to enable ControlNet. So let's do this again. It has to be like. Oh, very modern, I have to say. Very modern. Pretty nice. Yeah, I like it. Wait, we're doing something different here. 3D Christmas scene. Let me check this real quick. Let's say, for example, how about this one here? Oh, this one looked cool. Let's take this one, save it. And then we are going to go here because on the other one it might break. Image to image. Let's load this in here. And then we do a little bit of interrogation here. It might take a while. I hope it's not downloading anything. Come on. Ah, there we go. All right, so here we have a prompt for us. A Christmas tree with presents, Santa. Let's just try that. Let's just hit generate here and see what we get. No, that wasn't it. 3 Christmas trees with presents. Santa in a hat. Message in the background. Go like this. 3D highly. No, wait a second. Style of Pixar. I hope this works better. Why does it look like crap? Let me reduce this here a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's already a good start. We have our 3 trees here. That's pretty cool. I think I should do export it actually. Oh, look at that. So it's kind of getting there. Try this again. Meh. We have to get rid of these. Wait a second. Christmas trees in a cozy living room. Okay. Cozy living room. We're gonna extend that a little bit. Let's maybe delete the presents. That might be a little bit too much for now. Ah, okay. I don't know why it's yellow. That's a little bit strange. Let's reduce the strength here. Lower weight. No. That was too low. Ah, is that similar to our thing? Yeah. We have a big tree. Like, I don't know why this gets in that kind of shape. Maybe because of the original here. How is it if we turn this into scribble? Because we don't really have a actual... does this not have fake scribble? What is Xdog? Oh, we can also use... Let's use a normal map. Let's try that for a second. Normal. CFG scale to 8. Okay, let's pump this up here. Oh, nah. Is this downloading again? Yeah. Oh, okay. It's already finished. Oh, okay. It's quite different. Let me preview this. Ah, interesting. Okay. So now let's put this a little bit higher here. 5. Well, we do have the 3 trees. Maybe the scene itself is a little bit not so great, because last time we did some pretty cool stuff with just renders from the net. I'm not using what? You're not using the ControlNet 1.1? What do you mean? That's what it says here, right? Oh, let's go for the guess mode. That's a good idea. Smooth the geometry, that could be a thing, yeah. Right-click the object. Wait. Select the object, right-click it. Shade smooth. Ah, all right. That is better. Yes, okay. Also down here. Okay, and now you set F12. Aha. Blender render. Oh, shit. Now I need to figure out... how do you set the camera again to my viewport? I have to download the 1.1 models. Ugh. Now let's do it in... how do I set the camera to the viewport? Does anybody know? For the rendering? There is a shortcut, but I have no idea. Okay. In the meantime, until you tell me, we are going to go over to Automatic 1111, because at least there I know what's up. So let's do that here. Let's go here to guess mode. We are using the depth map, and then we are using the depth map over here. Then we are copying over this good stuff here and this good stuff here. And we probably also want to check if that's even okay. The rest of the stuff, not too bad. Let me check this now, if this maybe works here. Nope. I forgot to enable it again. I'm idiot. It's Control-Alt-0. Oh, interesting. Okay. This already looks a lot better. There's Blender. Control-Alt-0. Ah. But it's a little bit close. How do I move it back? Camera perspective? No. Oh, come on, it can't be that complex. Add a camera and... but there's already a camera, right? Damn. There we go. All right, F12. Yeah, that looks like crap. Now we need the light. Isn't there like a general light? View area, hospital, no. With the light stuff. Well, so much for the for the AI magic while I'm trying to thumble my way around here for this stuff. Sun, yes, sun sounds good. That's a little bit too extreme. Area light. Nope, that's what we had before. Point light, sunlight. Strength. Diffuse. No. Specular volumetric angle. No. Add shift and add sun. Shift A. Put lights on. Press N. What does N do? Transform. Oh, that's probably for the camera, right? F12? Nah. Material preview. Ah. Huh? And now? No. Is there like an easy way to just get this scene? Or maybe I should download a scene from the internet. Move the light, but where? Move it over here. How can I just turn on a general light? I don't need the sunlight. I just need like the ambient light. Make the ambient light brighter. How do you do that? G and Z? No. Like there should be a global light that I can just turn on, right? You need a plane. Hide the floor. But isn't there like a general light that I can use? Ah, God. Okay, 1 second. Plane. All right, there's the plane. Of course, it's off in the distance. Let me bring that here real quick. Nope. Okay, let's scale this up. There we go. Bring it down. That's already a little bit better. Scale this up more. And a little more. There we go. So now the light better be... Wow. It looks so good. Shit. Let's turn the strength down a little bit, maybe. Maybe that helps. No, it's still sun strength. Let's set this to 300 maybe. No, why is the sun so bright? Let's go to Google. 3D Blender Christmas scene. There has to be something we can use here, no? I just need a very basic scene. Spaceship? Trees? Or can maybe someone send me a simple scene? That would be good. Sorry, completely wasting time again today. I mean, technically we can just use stuff like this, right? It's just for the base of the rendering. .3D Blender room. No texture. Go to render mode. Yeah, I don't know where the render mode is though. Up here? No. I used to know these things, but now I don't. Huh. Anyways. Ah, crap. There we go. There's a room. Okay, we're just gonna use this. Forget about the rest. I'm not into 3D modeling, so let's forget about that. Okay, let's load this in here. And then we're gonna use a depth map for that. Where's the preview? There was a preview button. Oh, there's the preview button. Sorry. All right. Okay, so raw photo of a cafe in Paris. All right, there we go. So next time I have to check out how to actually 3D model export some stuff. So here, yeah, okay. Okay. We can load some other stuff in here. 1 second. Let me. We had this one here. We can take this. I should save the styles at some point, but I just find it more easy to load them from the. Oh, that was the completely wrong. Okay, again. Set to 1 or 2 in the world. Nah, there we go. I don't know why it's so orange though. Soft light. Cafe in Paris. Man, every time when I do stuff offline, I get such cool stuff, and then I do it online, and it all looks like garbage for some reason. Is this on here? No. Let's reduce this here. But on the other hand, like I spend hours when I'm offline. So I don't really realize how the time flies while I'm testing a lot of different things. Why is this orange now? I don't understand. Raw photo of a well-lit cafe on a summer day. Okay, let's try this. Oh, this is no, it's realistic vision. So we didn't actually need clip skip, right? Let's write here New York. Oh, I have restore faces on. That's not good. I should change my seed. That would be a good idea. Maybe you should have done that before. It's getting there. It's not like that the background is not that beautiful, but it's a good start. Use time of day. Summer day afternoon. Okay. Now they have the person in there. Oh, this is because this stuff here. Let's remove this. Depth of field, blah, 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 blah. Grayscale, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's good. There we go. That's already a lot better. Let's render it again. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? It's pretty cool from just a 3D model. Very nice. And then you, of course, you can like batch render here if you want to. Let's do 8 of them. Yeah. If you want to uninstall, extensions, you just delete them, the folder of that extension in the extensions folder. Oh, what is happening here? That is interesting. So the first four have the actual 3D model in there, and then for some reason stopped working and it did something completely different, which is also cool. It's not exactly what we're looking for. That is interesting. Did we have like an error message here? Guest mode may not work due to non. Oh, okay. The guest mode doesn't have like, it doesn't support batch render. Let's try this again real quick. Or you can turn them off by unchecking. It's also a good option, yeah. If you don't want to uninstall them, just uncheck them to like disable them. Now it's working. So that's an interesting new find that the guest mode apparently does not work in batch rendering. So here we have the new version. It's still very dark though. That's probably something about the prompting here. By the way, depth map is pretty good for that, but we can also try the normal map and see what we get from that, because that might also give some better results maybe. What does the gas mode do? That is a very good question, and I have to say, I don't know. It does some guessing stuff. But I actually have never researched what it's actually doing. Ooh, what is this? Now this is completely different. It's not at all what we want here. Ah, wow, but it's kind of cool. I guess because the normal map doesn't go as deep. Oh yeah, it's getting like stuck here on the start. Normal background threshold. We could probably pull that back. Let's see what we get now. Oh yeah, that's better. Set this down. Now we have the full room. Let's try this again. Slow model loading occasionally on auto or Vlad. Not really. Maybe if it's getting stuck, that could be a thing. If it's getting stuck, like your computer's getting stuck doing some other stuff, or automatic 1111 is getting stuck a little bit, that might be. You see? With normal map, you can also do some pretty cool stuff. It doesn't have to be depth map for the rooms. And this is actually, I would say, from the results, I mean, not specifically better, but it's closer to what I would have expected from that. So that is actually pretty cool. Really like that. Okay. Good. Some other stuff I wanted to try today is what we did last time with rendering and then adjusting the images. What time do we have? Let me see from the stream time. 1 moment. Let's put a little ad here. 1 hour already. Wow. Okay. I hope the content was good so far. All right. So this is something I wanted to try today, and that is last time. And now the question is if I can find that image again, but I'm pretty sure I can. Wow. When was that? Maybe here. That looks promising. Yeah, there we go. The guy with the portal. Let's set this in here. And then we, this is on Clipskip 2. You see, that is one of the downsides when, oh no, it's now on Clipskip 2 because we have, who is writing right now? 1 second, I have to turn it off. When you load these informations, it will sometimes put Clipskip down here in this little pop-up, but not up here, so you might not see it. Now let's go back here to Ref Animated. And then we turn this off. And then I just want to have here a bunch of these renders. Let's see what we get from that. And I want to adjust them a little bit to go deeper into what we did last time, because I found that pretty interesting and getting some pretty amazing results with that. So I wanted to explore that a little bit more on what we can do with that. So here we have our magicians, basically. This one is the one we had last time. Let's find a cool one here. This one is also not too bad. The background is not so great though. It's also not too bad. The faces don't look too good. Oh, I have probably, no, face restore is on. We can also go here and then let's turn off the seed. By the way, sorry, I didn't even ask if you want to go on with the 3D stuff or not. I just switched over like the mind just okay, goodbye. I'm already in the next topic, sorry. Yeah, that's like with me. My mind is going a million ways. Okay, let's have a look here. 1 second. What do we have here? So that's pretty cool. That might be interesting. Ooh, I like this one. That's pretty nice. Maybe we could do something more with this. The hand is not good though. Interesting. Should we let's send this over to image, and then we're going to upscale this a little bit, as always. Set this to dpm2 caras, 0.25, like so. 5. Something else. 20 steps. Let's set this maybe to 30 steps. The rest looks good. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we get from that. The squirrel, yeah. like a dog. Like, oh, there's a cat or something, you know. Oh, ball. Alora came out for perfect hands. Oh, pretty cool. I'm not sure I want to like we could do that. It's actually a good idea. We can try that. But I think on this one the hands are not too bad. Let's see. Let this finish real quick. Takes surprisingly long. Yeah, that's kind of okay. So, let me think about that. The quality is a little bit low, I feel like. Okay, so now what we can do here is let's bring this over like I did last time into Affinity Photo. And then let's see if we can do some adjustments here to that. So for example, again, of course, we're going to do the sharpening a little bit here. That is too much. Maybe let's set this to 1.5. Okay, apply. And or should we do that in Photoshop? Because most people, I asked in a poll, most people say they use Photoshop. We could also do it there. Yeah, maybe that's a better idea. You can tell me in the chat if you think what kind of software would be better right now to use that. If I do that though, I have to download it. If I find it, there we go. Nope. Yes. Okay. Let's save this to here, and then we go here and we go here to open, and then we go to downloads and open this here. All right. So here we have it. Now we go here to filters. Blur, no. Sharpen, yes. Okay, sharpen edges, unsharpen mask. Okay, good. Here we have a little preview, which is also good, which does also a very nice job. And the sharpening has the purpose that it gives more details when we re-render the image. Okay, let's do this. And then like last time, we go up here to the filter, and then we go here to camera raw, which works like Lightroom. Takes a little bit to load. There we go. No, please don't. Okay, cool. So now, for example, I can set here the temperature of the image, stuff like that, right? So, oh, I'm in the tint. That's not good. Temperature, you see, can make it a little bit warmer, for example. And this carries over then into the rendering. That's the main important part here. You can also apply more texture here. This might also help with the details. Dehaze, you can dehaze it a little bit. You see, like, could give a little bit more contrast, or like it depends what you want to do, right? But that can give you a lot better image, potentially. So let's go here for the color, no, not the color grading, here the color adjustments. And there, by the way, you can click here on the color like this. You can click in here, and then you can move this, you see? So you can actually address specific colors. This is one of the huge benefits you have in Photoshop. So you see, I click over here, and now I can move this to between these two colors, right? That is, this is actually a huge benefit from that. So from that, we can actually do some very interesting adjustments. And potentially what you can also do here now, I'm not quite, oh, it actually up here has this possibility. There's masking. Does it have an auto mask like Lightroom does? What is this? Preset. No. What is this? Red eye? No, we don't need that. Oh, it does. It does. It does. It does. It does. Try on my own. Yeah, I try on my own. All right. So yeah. Look at that. There's a person down here. You see that? It like it selects the person for you automatically with the AI that's built in here. And now check this out. I click on the person, and now here, for example, I have just the facial skin, just the body skin, just the eyebrows, just the iris and pupils, which you can't see right now, and just the clothing without the other stuff. So you can actually do that. So I can now click on here, and I can create a mask just for this. Now, this is now just the clothing of that person. And I can say, for example, hey, I want to have here the shadows of that clothing brighter, so I can bring more attention to that person. Like that is mind-blowing. The camera's here. I'm looking on my second screen all the time. I have to look at you, not at me. Okay, there we go. I clicked somewhere else. So here we can push down the highlights so we get a little bit more details here. That is amazing, right? Let's go. Okay, what do we else want to do here? Yeah, bring this a little bit down maybe. Not too much up. There we go. What else want to do here? Not this. Effects, texture, and clarity. I think we have done that already a lot. Should we leave it at that? Notice noise. Have you used segment everything? I have not. I have not used that yet, segment everything. I used that kind of multi-mask thing where you can paint out different things. Hey, thank you very much for the donation. Thank you. Jess, thank you very much for your donation. Really appreciate it. You say, really enjoy your videos. Thank you for your work. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the donation. That is great. All right. So this is the mask here. Now you can create more masks. Up here, create a new mask. So you can, for example, say, select the sky, the background. We can select the background differently. So for example, here I can say, now select the background, and I can decide if I want to, for example, to make the background darker so that the person in the image stands out more, right? Or you could say, hey, I'm going to have less or more contrast in the back, right? So this can drastically change the appearance of the image. So that's pretty cool. And actually what I wanted to do here, let's create another mask here. Select object. Let me click here on that and see if that works. Yeah, kind of. Not really. But you can actually go in here. Hey, another donation by Gay Geeky Greek. I am also Greek. I have completely forgotten anything about like Greek language, to be honest. I can say Yasure Vlaka, which I think is a little bit rude to say, but it's something you say amongst good friends. Anyways, my favorite man. Hey, thank you very much. There we go. I use Photoshop daily and didn't know about the masking option. Yeah, that's like amazing. It's about like, I think like half a year or something old. That is really mind-blowing. So you can add to that with the brush, for example. Let's make the brush a little bit smaller. And then I can brush around these parts here. So now when I have that, I can again go down here to my adjustments. And I can, for example, you see, I can change the color of just this glow up here to something a little bit different. So maybe let's go like this, have this a little bit more intense. And in case you're wondering, why are we doing all of that? By the way, first of all, let me show you, this is the before of the image, and this is the after, right? So this is how much we have changed that just with this one filter. I think we have brought more appearance to the person in the image, right? And it gave a little bit, maybe a little bit more balance to the overall colors, I would say. So now when we click on OK here, this is applied now here, as you can see. So now I do export this. If I find the export function, there we go. Export. There we go. Okay, let's set this to high, and then we export this, and we call this, go to downloads here. Let's call it PS1. Good, let's save this. Okay, so now here we come back to Automatic 1111 or any other tool you want, and you load this in here. That's the wrong one. This is the right one. So now this is the new version here that we are using as a base for rendering. This, of course, now also has the higher resolution, but we are still rendering to the same resolution now. So this is not upscaling. This is just rendering the same, but you can set up down here the variation you want to have, how much denoise. And when I click generate now, this will create a new image basically based on that old image. Now, of course, if you're already finished, happy with what you created in Photoshop, that's also okay. But the benefit here is because we sharpen things and because this has a lot more information here, potentially this could create a lot more details in the image. For example, in the clothing, mainly in the decorations on the clothing, stuff like that. So that can be pretty cool. Right. All right. Hi, Matos from Brazil. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. To me, that you're agreeing. I'm Greek too. I live in Montreal. Hey, pretty cool. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm half Greek. Half German, half Greek. There we go. We should probably compare that. Now I don't have the other one here. Let me open this. We can actually copy this over to Photoshop. Put this on here. Okay. How do I zoom in? There we go. Okay, so, well, in this case, it didn't change too much. I'm kind of, I'm surprised by that. Usually, it gives a lot more, like you can see a little bit more detail here in the face and stuff. Let me go back here to rendering and set this higher. So this will introduce more change though, but let's give this a try. And then also, like we did before, you can also change things in the prompt here that will then affect the image over here. So that's also an interesting thing to do. I'm kind of surprised that the rendering is so slow though. This method with Loras to slightly alter the image and get something entirely different. Changing figures into smoke. Oh, that sounds also very good. You could probably also apply style Loras, stuff like that. Ah, okay, now I would say you can see some differences. So let's put this in here again. Yeah. You see, when you look here at these smaller details, which of course are still low resolution, but you can see that this is the original and here it looks very pixelated and there's not really much detail in here. And now it has here finer details and here are finer details in here. And then if you would further upscale that, this can also help you with the further upscale of that image, right? So that can be interesting. We can actually try that real quick. Let's send this to extras here. I'm going to use let's use the normal upscaler first, 4 times. Yeah, that should be good. And then we also do it with the ultra sharp upscaler and see what we get from that. Yeah, it's mainly the smaller details, right? Also the face. Let's see the face here. Yeah, you can see also the face has become smoother. This is also because, of course, we set it to 0.4. You get even more details in the face if you set it to 0.5, but then the face characteristics can also change. So that might be a downside of that, unless you really unless it's not that important how it actually looks. So here we have this, and now let me go here to the ultra sharp upscaler, which I made a video about. It's on my channel. Let's see. Ah, yeah, you can see here's like finer details. This is, by the way, when I click here in my browser, this scales it up really hard. So that is like way over 100% upscale. This is why this looks a little bit strange. But we can, oh no, my browser crashed. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is the upscale one. Let's save this to downloads. And then there's the other one. This is the ultra sharp upscale. Whoops. Ugh. Okay, it's sharp, but it's kind of, the details are not so good. Okay, anyways. Like I said, it's very highly upscaled here. So let's go in here for the normal preview, and that should give us a better idea of what this actually looks like. Let's put it like that. Let's do this over here. And then we go here to, where does it say? Oh, here, up the 100%. 100% would be like this, which is not as closely zoomed in. I mean, it does have nice details. So if you would upscale it from the normal image, it wouldn't have these finer details in here. And this is the ultra sharp version. Let's see here with 100%. Oh yeah. So now this looks a little bit nicer here. Although I feel like it kind of messed up these parts here a little bit. So there is room for improvement for sure. But other parts like the trousers down here and stuff looks really nice. We can do, let me try another render here where we go with 0.5, which will introduce changes, but it can also introduce more details. And then, of course, we can go for a second round in Photoshop, right? So you can do this as often as you want. You can also introduce new elements here as we have done last time. So there's a lot of potential here. If you can do like digital painting or any kind of stuff like that, you can do a lot of things here. Or introduce glow or other things, right? So, for example, if you have more of a drawing style, you could put it on a on a paper or a parchment or things like that, right? Oh wow. That is, look at that. Now it has that the trousers have turned into like this kind of, whoa, this is the upscale. This kind of silk material. So that's pretty cool. Let me go here and send this to extra. And then maybe use the normal one again. Generate. Seems very fast. Yeah. I have a 4080. I should really put that somewhere. I need to make a link or something with my specs. Although now it seems to be stuck. Should already be finished. Did it crash? What's going on here? Oh, did we upscale something bigger? No, there it is. Okay, let's save this again here so we can compare that. And then we go back here and have a look-see. Let's see. What's with these broken details here? Like I have this recently, and that doesn't look right. That looks very strange. Why is that? I feel like recently the upscaling in, for some reason, Automatic 1111 is not so great. I'm not sure if Invoke would do it better, but I feel like it would. Why does it do these like really jumbled up details here? Do you see that? Why does it happen? And this, why is it so messy here and doesn't clean that up? Bounce across your screen. Yeah, a little line that's running through, right? That would be funny. Or is it the same from before and I didn't actually download it yet? 1 second. Let's open this up here. Oh, we looked at the wrong one. 1 second. No, but it is here. So why is it not showing up here? There we go. Okay. Have a look here. But it's really messing. Now you can see it changed the look of the outfit. But why is it messing up these details so hard? That is something that I want to figure out. It looks good here, but I mean, maybe it's hard for the AI to understand what is going on here in that part. That's a little bit strange. We can also, by the way, just to see how that would look. This is the original. This probably now looks really bad if we upscale that, but we can still try. Although this is a 4 times upscale now. I should have maybe done a 2 times upscale because we already upscaled it. Maybe that was the problem here. Let's do this real quick. And then I load the other one again and do only a 2 times upscale. Oh man, that looks really bad. Where is it? This one. Yeah, that looks horrendous. Look at these bad details. Holy crap. And this isn't even big now. Wow, that's ugly. This is why I do this in the middle step. Okay, so let's send this over again. And then we set this to 2 times. And then we use the ultra sharp again. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. No. It's for some reason. Sometimes it looks really good and sometimes it really messes things up. By the way, another thing we can try here is, and this is also a good thing with this in-between step, is you can of course also change here the render model that you're using. So look, for example, let's go for the Real model. See what we get from that. Oh, I'm in extras. I have to go over here, generate this again. Also, by the way, this 0.5 denoise removed some details from the background. So that's also important to look not just at the image itself, but also at the smaller details and also at the background elements, stuff like that, because that can change quite a bit. For really amazing lighting, really, we can try that. That might also work here. Aha! I would say that looks better. Not really though. Nope. Okay. Let me put this here. Not sure if that works now, but we can try. Because it's 0.5, it should change a lot. Iridescent image lighting. See what we get from that. What time is it? 1.5 hours? Okay, we have a little bit more time, I would say. Oh, by the way, another thing you can do, which doesn't really fit here, is, but you have, of course, the depth blur in Photoshop. So if you have a character standing there, you can actually like blur the background and stuff like that. You can do some really cool things with that. Did that change some things? Oh, it it made the head into a wizard head. I mean, it looks better. This up here doesn't look so good. Let me try in here. Ah, okay. Give me a second. Let's go here. And then let me load this other image. For example, this one here. Nope. Not that one. Where do I have the other ones? One moment. Nope. Yes. No, that's a prompt for invoke. That doesn't work here. The hell? Can try this one. Yes. Let's go with this one here. And then send it detailed. Yeah, we can do that too. Put this here. Let's generate this again. Yeah, it's for sure better in text to image because it generates a completely new image. I'm just trying here to see what kind of changes we get from image to image with this. No, this should introduce some changes here. But after that, we can also create some new images with your suggestion for iridescent image lighting. Give much better colors with ref animated. You mean orange mix? Is that the one you mean? Interesting. I mean, it is a lot better than the original is. So that's a given here, that this is a ton better compared to the original, which is this one here, which looks like absolute garbage. You see that? Like I can't even like make it bigger because it's so small. And this is the newer version. You see all these details here that we introduced, and also like the different colors and everything. Right, so that is a huge improvement over that. One more thing, let's give this a second run here. Copy image, let's put this in here again, and then do a little bit more of the sharpening. If you do the sharpening again, if you do it too much, you can have a problem with edges and things like that, so you want to be a little bit careful with that. Let me see here. You see how this pops up the details, and this gives then the AI the idea of, hey, there has to be something more. But you can also see that these lines are here getting white now, and that will also carry over. So that is a little bit of a problem with that trick, is that you get these sharp, harsh edges. There's a threshold down here that can help with that a little bit. But if you do it too much, it also takes away the sharpening. So let's export this again. Yeah. This PS2. Okay. And then we put this in here again. 1 second. So this is the last time. Let's load this. And then we upscale it again. It's KLF8 Anime 2. Interesting. Okay, I will check that out. But isn't that just for anime? Does it generate anime colors, or what does it do? I'm kind of surprised that the upscale here, this image to image, is a little bit slow. There we go. Let's open this. And then I will set this also here to 2.5 and do it again. So this is the new version here. Wow. It has a lot of the background is also very sharp now. Holy crap. So you can really see here the benefit. Maybe I should carry that over to 1 second to Photoshop so we can directly compare that. Or maybe download it, or let's put it in here. Okay, let me load the other one. Here. Okay. So now set this to a good size. Where's the zoom? Here, 100%. This would be 100%, which is rather small on your screen. I don't think you see any details. Okay, let's do it bigger. So this is the old version, and this is the new version. And I think you can see how the details are finer. And for example, also the background is sharper. When you have the clothing down here, you see how there is a lot more of these like little intricate details. And for example, you look here at the clothing, at that part here, it's it has a lot more, like the pattern is more intricate. This is actually like a little bit different shape. You see, like here, this border, this golden border goes all the way around, while here it's kind of like bendy in all kind of ways. So it has more consistency also. So it can really help with a lot of things. Whoops, that wasn't intended. Here we have the shoes, which have changed, I would say, from leather shoes to some kind of metal shoes, more or less. Oh, also the ground, look at these details here. It has added some new stuff though, which is because of 0.5. That is the main reason why this is happening right now. 1 second, let me go here again. This is the 2.5 version. 0.25 version for denoise. So here it is sticking. It should be sticking closer to the original image. Let's see. Yeah, you can see, like for the cracks, for example, down here. Now, of course, I'm zoomed in very, very strongly. This is why it looks so pixelated. But when you look at this, before the sharpening, you can see that this crack here has less sharpness, less details. And this is the new version. And you can see even on the surface of the stone, we have here some finer details in there. So this kind of sharpening and then sharpening it again is actually a pretty useful thing to do. You can experiment with that to see if you get something better from that or not. There we have the shoes again. So this is after the sharpening and this is before. So some stuff is sharper and more detailed than before, right? It's less apparent, but you can still see it, right? So that's pretty interesting. Go up here. There we have this part, for example. So this is the before the sharpening. This is after the sharpening, right? Lots more detail. And of course, when we take the original, this one here, the very original image, it has none of that, right? Because even if it looks good at first sight, also, of course, it's just a quarter of the resolution. You can see that there is not really anything of that here. So if you really compare that to what we created from that, that shows you like how drastic the change is from that method, right? And not just, of course, not just from the details, but also from the color and the brightness that we set up, right? So this is the original, which has nice light, right? It's not like it's really bad or anything, but I would say we have improved the lighting and the composition of everything by adjusting that, right? I think this guy is a bit more apparent now than before, because here a lot of these details, for example, they melt a little bit into the background because the shadows are dark and he's on a dark background, which is not an ideal design. And in this version here, we have made the shadows brighter and the background darker in comparison. So he's standing out a little bit stronger against the background. So that is pretty good. Yeah. We lost a little bit of these details here because of the 0.5 render in the first go through. But yeah, you can preserve that if you want to by going 0.2 to 0.3 and you won't lose too much details. Let's have a look at the chat real quick. Have you tried multi-diffusion with upscale? Not yet. Not yet. That could also be interesting. Sorry, consistent, colorful clarity. What is consistent, colorful clarity? Oh, it's another thing you have. Have you seen consistent, colorful, consistent clarity? No. Let me have a look here. Let me see. It doesn't really find it directly. Maybe I look at it after the stream. It's always a little bit risky to look on Civet AI. Okay. What else could we do? Oh, we wanted to try this this prompt from yours with the iridescent light. So let's create another 8 wizards here real quick. Boom. Let's see what we get from that. Oh, man. That looks very different now. Of course, I did change the prompt, so maybe we have to change that back. Ooh. That's also cool. Ah, interesting. I think I need to change back the prompt though, because that looks a little bit too confined, let's say. Let's delete this here and delete this part here, so we have more of the original, and then we try it again. Click on this button here again. All right. I'm not sure if it changed more. This doesn't use the ControlNet. It's just like, let's hide that. Nice to see you live. Yeah, always. Every Sunday I'm live trying out some new stuff, experimenting with you. Next time probably you're gonna look more into Loras and the Lora testing. I can actually show you some of the test images. Oh, I mean, it looks cool, but it's very dark. Is that the idea? I guess with this we would use another model to get more of the darkness in here, right? Ah, wait a second. What kind of model are we using right now? Oh, this might be the reason here. Let's go back to ref animated here real quick and then render another 8, because then we should get a brighter result from that, which might also mean we should reset the prompt, but let's see about that. 1 second. Yeah, you see, so this has a big impact. Deliberate is also pretty cool for that. Wow, that's some pretty cool stuff there. I would actually like to do kind of a physical product with these images here. You know, that would be cool, but not quite sure. Physical products always have the problem of like production and delivery and returns and all these kind of things, so I'm a little bit scared of doing that. Wow. Okay, the hands are not so great in that one, but has some pretty cool. Woo, okay. Interesting. Wow, all right. Very nice stuff here. Strangely enough, the hands are not so good, even though for ref animated usually makes good hands. This has the same pose as the other image that we had before. That is really surprising. Interesting. Huh. Nice. Okay. Let me try something else here. Isn't iridescent, isn't that the multicolor thing you put on cars? Yeah, this kind of thing, right? Iridescent colors. Magical. Okay, let's try that. And in the meantime, I can show you from the rendering. Also, by the way, let me know if you know this. Of course, you can do it with in-painting, but for example, if you make a scene like this, you can see that that's her, of course, and then you say, okay, people in the background. Even if I write other people or any other thing, of course, the face, the Lora, is applied to the other faces too. Is there a way to avoid that? Like purely through prompting? Or do you always have to use in-painting here to create another face, which is not a problem at all It just like it takes some extra steps. And if there's like multiple people, you have to do it every single time, and you have to like re-roll it until you get an interesting face and stuff like that. So maybe avoiding that would be better. Not quite sure. And then these are some of the test renders here that I did today. This is the last one, I think. Yeah, there I got some very strange hair, but that was also with the full weight. You can see at 1, and I wanted to have the hair at pink, and so it created this kind of, I mean, the hair is not too bad, but these thick strands make it look a little bit strange, like fur rather than like nice hair. So that is not so ideal, and it only was like that with pink hair, which was a little bit strange. And this was a retraining of the same model where I put black hair into the text, because before I had this one here. This one, I think there I forced it a little bit with the prompt, but it didn't really take too much. Wait a second. No. Yeah, this is before. So you can see here, this is the almost untrained model where we have the not her face, like just a normal face, but at the same time we have completely pink hair, which is nicer. And then it's even at the first epoch of that, which only has like 150 steps or something, already looks pretty much like her. And then it's changing more and more and more. And then at a certain point, you have to look at the very like subtle details of, are the eyes correct? Is the nose shape like correctly as you want it? Stuff like that. You see here these little like smiling wrinkles and stuff. Not wrinkles, but you know what I mean. These smiling folds. Do they like fit the original model? You know. So to figure that out, to see how close this gets. And with these epochs, this is good because you can train it afterwards. This is with X epsilon plot in Automatic 1111, so you get this nice chart where you can look at it afterwards, and it's running automatically for you, which is also something I want to put in that video, because it speeds up the process, right? So you can go much easier through that. Here we have the same thing with Ref Animated. The benefit here is that Ref Animated, when you go here to the right side, doesn't really know her, just a little bit, but not actually. This was also a good test to see, first of all, would it work in another style? And secondly, would it look like her? Which this very pointy chin, I think, is a result of a negative embedding for anime, and that makes this kind of triangle chin, which shouldn't be there. But yeah, again, we have kind of a similar result. But here you can see a little bit more with the change of the shape of the head also, right? Like, for example, you can see here, is it a longer head? And here in the front, it's still rounder, like it is with Ref Animated. With most like female models, they have this kind of round head shape, right? So that's pretty interesting. Okay, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. Oh, there we go. Iridescent colors. Let's have a look at this. Oh, wow, with the book. Books usually also don't work, so that would also be an interesting subject for LoRa training. He looks a little bit small. Not a great composition though. This is kind of cool. Oh, here the hands already also work again. That's pretty nice. Oh, wow. I like these kind of accidental, crazy compositions that are happening that have kind of a little bit of a story element to them. So yeah. Yeah, I do some more testing for the, wow, this one is nice. I want to do some more testing for Loras, and then I want to do a first video about that to just get some more advanced, not advanced, but like getting started in a nice way, kind of information in there. Longer video, maybe half an hour or something like that. What is that? Dog, green eyes, break, cat, red eyes. What? What is this about? To use it? 75 token block. Things within one 75 token block usually have less effect on things. What? I'm not quite following that. Is that about LoRa training? I'm not quite sure. So here we have another of these upscales. You can see how that already introduced some more details and everything here. Nicer hand. Very, very cool. Oh, he even has a small wings sticking out here on the back. That is so cool. Really interesting. Wow. Okay. What's the time? It's almost 2 hours. I think we covered some pretty cool stuff today. I have to look more into Blender. There's just so much to learn right now. I also want to start a little bit with Unreal and with Unity 3D. I have a bit more experience with Unity 3D because I used it like years ago when it was still young and fresh, but there we go. Yeah, I want to get in there a little bit more to make a little bit, maybe a video game or something. And then I also want to feature some other projects from people. Like, you might have realized what came of my art project, and I kind of canceled that in the from the first month because it didn't really work out. Maybe it was probably mostly my fault because I didn't phrase it in the right way. And also I think I did it the wrong way around. Like, anyways, forget about that. But like featuring cool stuff from what people post from my community, for example, my Facebook group, in my Discord, stuff like that, and just show these amazing projects that people are doing. Is some very, very skilled people out there. A lot of people with coding background, with 3D background, stuff like that. Yeah. And to show what they are doing with that, because that is really, really amazing often. And they can also integrate it in the strangest, most amazing things. Like they already building. So yeah, we did some cool experimentation. I thought that the 3D thing would go a little bit smoother. I did not expect that I forgot everything about Blender. I thought I could easily whip up a nice Christmas scene in very basic shapes, but that didn't happen. Next time, we're gonna do that next time. Yeah, so also next time we should maybe also do again some review of your works. I haven't shown any of your works in a very long time, like where you send me your creations. And I think people have gotten a lot better in the meantime, right? And created some pretty cool, interesting projects. I can absolutely suggest to you to go often on a Civet, sorry, to often go on Civet AI and download these embeddings and the Loras and mix them and download models and blend them together and see what you can get from that, because that is giving you the biggest advantage, I would say, in the easiest way. And then also look up the prompts that they are using, and you can create just like the most amazing styles out there. Yeah. So that is pretty cool. But I also want to introduce some other things maybe to play with AI, right? To make a little bit video out of that, animating the character and stuff like that. That would also be an interesting thing. All right. Enough of the monologue. Let's have a look at the chat here. Sorry for that. He's saying in your prompt field, the number of the right is how many tokens you're using. Under 75 gives the best result. Yeah, it should not be too long. That's right. Like if you kind of like, wow, how would you call that? Overstuffing it. The more you put in there, the less you have attention to the individual words. And even if you put weights on there and there's just too many weights or these double brackets and anything, it's just like too much information. So, I find it sometimes good for experimentation to see how the words influence the image, but then it's also good to reduce it and like melt it down afterwards a little bit to take out the words. And what massively helps with that, if you want to, is when you scroll down to script and you have the X epsilon plot, and there you go for search. It's like S/R, search and replace, and there you can just like put different words or like combinations of words, which is pretty cool. You need one starting word, any kind of thing. Like for example, you have the starting word woman, and then you can write any kind of thing after that, like comma, and then you write French teacher, Italian stewardess, New York policewoman, blonde hair, curly hair, short hair, any kind of thing. You can do it as long as you want, and this one word at the start will be replaced by all of that. So you can try the craziest combinations of things and see how they work, if they don't work, stuff like that, right? So that can be pretty helpful, and it's the complete process is automated, of course, right? So that is really, really helpful. And it has 3 different layers in their X, Epsilon, Z. So that means that you can combine them with it. So for example, if you have 3 in the first and 3 in the second, you will get out 9 images because it is combining it. So you can, for example, say, I don't know, doctor, officer, soldier, wizard, and then gray hair, blonde hair, blue hair, black hair, and it will combine each with every of them, and then you see the results of that, right? And also, of course, with all kinds of style words and stuff like that, right? So that can be very, very useful. Okay, go on. Name, right? Consistent, colorful clarity. I will look that up. I will check that out. Let me make a note here real quick. In my notepad, I have a special document here where I put all of the remarks. There we go. Okay, cool. So I can check that out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. And join my Discord. We are very active in there. Also in the new training group. That is very, very helpful. Let me put you, give you the link again. Join my Discord. And I try to be more active there recently, because yeah, I'm testing a lot of stuff. I'm asking a lot of stuff. I'm posting my results there, like all of the previews you have just seen. I've posted them there today from my results that I'm getting, and also like other things that I'm finding. You can find them there first, and then afterwards I make a video from what I have learned from you, what you've learned from me, stuff like that. All right. Where's the chat? I don't find the chat. There we go. I left links to the model. Yeah, you can't post links. That is filtered out because of spam protection, so that doesn't work. Or do you mean in the Discord? Matt says, off topic, but does anyone know how to prepare Vicuna weights for no Mini GPT-4 to run locally? Not really. I haven't even installed Mini GPT. I try to make videos about that, this Ooga Booga or whatever it's called. I didn't get it to run yet. There is some problems that I'm having still. I also don't really see the purpose. I mean, you can, if you train your own models, it can be cool, but it's way, way, way less powerful than ChatGPT is that you find online. So I still have to find a purpose for that. I think I'm more just like a visual guy who wants to do these like experimentations with Lora and stuff like that. But maybe I should look into that. I'm not sure. But this automation stuff can be interesting. If you connect it to Automatic 1111, if I would get it to run, I would love to make a video on how to use the API of Automatic 1111 to automatically render out all kinds of prompts. That would be cool. ControlNet for 2.1 models, I think there is, but you need to have the models for that. I think there is for the T2A, right, which has similar processing in there. So you maybe want to use that instead. 24 gigs of VRAM. Oh yeah, that's also a problem with these bigger models, that you need, of course, better hardware. The bigger the resolution, the better the hardware needs to be. Yeah, local GPT, I still have to figure out what would I do with that at the moment. How can I integrate that? Because even like the prompt generation, I don't think it's as powerful as with the online version, and just like copy and pasting it over doesn't seem to be that much work, rather than sitting there like for 8 hours trying to get it to run and connect the API. I'm not sure if this is really, but yeah, we still have to research these kind of AI things, right? Does Vlad Diffusion require more RAM? I think it requires less RAM because it's using SDP to optimize the RAM for low memory cards, right? Into the code. But if you want to write code and put it like into a software, wouldn't it be better to use the Git Copilot, which I think like directly integrates into Unreal and into Unity 3D and stuff like that, and you can actually like write the code right in there and try it in the application. That seems to be, and it's like the Copilot, Git Copilot is specifically trained on code. So that should be much, much more powerful, right? By the way, if you have Torch 2, you shouldn't use Xformer. So maybe that's a problem with your RAM. I'm not quite sure. With the lower repeat low results, for now, I'm happy with that. I need to do some more like stress testing. I think that is one of the things is when you ask for more extreme changes from the image or put the LoRa into more extreme situations that are not exactly the same as from the trained image. Like, of course, if I have an image of a movie star and then I put her in scenes of a movie star situation or in a nightclub or on the red carpet, that is going to be easy for the model to do. But for example, like with the pink hair, you have already seen like suddenly it looks like sugarcane. No, what is it called? Sugar, the soft stuff, you know, that you eat that comes on a stick. What is it called? Like oh, granny hair? No, what is it called? It has a specific name. Dragon hair. I don't know. Anyways, it looks strange. Or you want to say, okay, have her, but as a fairy or as a female wizard or a cyberpunk or whatever, you know, like in a different scene that would not be normal. Does it still work or does it break at that moment, right? Or other things, you know, like face paint or having a mask or any kind of thing. Does it still work with that? Candy? Oh, cotton candy. Yeah, that's true. What is the other thing? I think the Chinese have something. It's called like dragon hair or something like that. Granny hair. Hey, you want some granny hair? Oh yeah, that sounds delicious. Yes, please. Candy floss. Why is it called candy floss? Isn't floss like the thin strings for your teeth? Anyway, so there's some really cool, interesting things in there. Like, I would also be interested to train different models for architecture and to see what you can do that with for sci-fi. And what also would be interesting is to use the creations from AI to create new models with that for things that we haven't seen yet, right? Like these, whatever, let's say apocalyptic Blade Runner architecture sceneries that you wouldn't really find as images online, but you can create them maybe, for example, with Midjourney or with a lot of work with Loras and all kinds of things in Stable Diffusion. And then you use them as a training base to get these kind of styles in there. That could also be very interesting just to like make new stuff, right? But well, we have to see what that is. Dragonbeard. What is it called? Chinese dragon hair? Is it not? No. Candy? Dragonbeard candy. It's called Dragonbeard candy. There you go. Dragonbeard candy. It's kind of similar, maybe, but it's like hand drawn. They pull it apart like often, and then it turns into these small strings. Anyways, okay. Yeah, so there is a lot of cool stuff to do, of course. Yeah. Good stuff. And of course, thank you everybody for being an amazing community. Also, especially on Discord, we are like answering my many questions that I have and helped me through these all these kind of installation and setting things up and understanding things and sharing links and all this kind of things. I should also share more of news that is going on. I often forget about that. I read some cool stuff on Twitter or on Reddit, and then I forget about posting it in the Discord. I'm not sure if I should do that in the Facebook group because that has a little bit of a different focus. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, anyways, I think enough with the talk. And I hope you really enjoyed the stream today. It was fun for me. Yeah. And next time, I think this is going to be better and better each time. Every time some new tricks, every time some new cool ideas. I think next time I'm going to also prepare things that I'm going to show in the stream from what I've created during the week, right? And then show you how I have created that. Because the stream is also kind of the place of experimentation and just hanging out and chilling. It's not just like, oh, show me a million cool tricks. It's like failing and doing things and just like figuring things out is a big part of that, I would say. Okay, anyways. I would say that's it for today. I have to find the end screen and the end music. Thanks for watching, my friends. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.